Mozambique has had rapid growth almost continuously. There's only been one flood year where they've had even, and it wasn't negative then, it was down at 1 or 2%. Otherwise, it's been up around 7 or 8 for almost 2 decades, really. And they've made a lot of progress. But the rate of creation of sort of formal sector jobs has been relatively has not been as rapid as one perhaps might like. It has to be noted that the resource phenomena is a new phenomenon, right? The coal is just now being exploited. The gas hasn't come yet. Mozambique is getting billions in investment in an economy that's not very many, is quite small, about 10 billion. And I think you are seeing it in terms of employment in the urban areas, employment in areas where there is investment. It's fairly obvious that these things are happening. What happens in the longer term in terms of the creation of jobs is a real question. So we're just now working with the government, and one of the things we're saying is, look, Mozambique could be a middle-income country in terms of per capita income and in terms of what you hope for from a middle-income country, right? Good education, decent jobs, a reasonably distributed income, these kinds of things. It's possible, and actually these resources open possibilities to achieve that, but it's not clear necessarily that these possibilities will be realized. Mm-hmm. So I think they're at a critical stage. You're not going to get direct jobs out of these natural resource intensive sectors, or very many of them, particularly beyond the investment stage. What's happening in the investment stage is there's a lot of construction, there's sort of people coming, there's new things going on, so there actually is a fair amount of job pull. Once we get to offshore gas extraction and open pit coal mining, with the rails going out, the number of direct jobs associated with that is going to be quite small. The revenues are material. We've estimated them, and so this opens up possibilities. The other, that for investments, going to be very, very substantial railway investment. There's going to be very, very substantial port investment, and Mozambique has the opportunity to leverage those, and countries in the region have the opportunity to leverage those. Rail lines are likely to run through Malawi. If those rail lines, for a marginal cost, they can carry other things than coal, and Malawi will be closer to the ocean. There's a lot of ways to take advantage of these investments that will create jobs, and a lot of these rail lines are running through some of the most promising, actually the most promising agricultural areas in Mozambique. So there's I think there's strong possibilities to get agricultural product to world market, to bring in inputs that really have never existed before. It's still the case in Mozambique that, somewhere between 45 and 48% of the population is under 15. Literal floods of people piling into the labor market, and as with most countries, if you can take care in Africa of the youth unemployment problem, then in 10 years you've taken care of the entire unemployment problem, because this is going to be such a huge share of the labor force.